Thanks for joining me for this short scale study. Today, we're going to focus on building our tone and technique in the key of Concert C major. I'm glad you're practicing today. Before we start playing, let's review the names of the notes that we're going to need for Concert C major on our bass clarinet. We're going to start by needing the note D, then E, F sharp with our first finger in front, G with no fingers on top, and then A at the A key. Let's jump right into our first example, number 1, major 5s, quarter notes. I've got my metronome set at 60 beats per minute, and we're going to play along to that so that we have a nice, solid, steady tempo. Number 1, 1, 2, ready, begin. Keep in mind that you're going to need an F sharp for the third note in that series. Let's move on to number 2, major 5s, 8th notes. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Nice. Now let's move on and do that series of tones in the pattern of thirds. The composer has placed breath marks every 2 measures in this example. We want to make sure that we can make it through 2 measures of music without taking a breath. Then take a breath at the breath mark. 1, 2, number 3. Great. Now let's work on some of our tonguing technique with the next drill, expanding intervals. 1 and 2, F sharps, ready, and go. And finally, our last exercise. To make sure that you're always practicing with good, solid, steady tempo, I use a metronome. And that's one thing that I'll remind you of as we go on in all of these scale studies, is to play with a solid tempo. And then strive to play with your very best bass clarinet tone. Here we go. Last one. 1, 2, ready, and go. And that's Concert C major. Well, I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed playing along. I hope you'll consider doing this scale study again really soon, and then consider moving on to some of our other scale studies, the advanced scale studies, and even some lesson book studies. That's a lot of studies. So, I hope to see you again soon. Keep on practicing.